today on the shores of the Red Sea in the Lower Hejaz Mountains to visit one of the newest circuits on the Formula One calendar. We're in Jeddah, home to what we all hope is going to be a thrilling Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. So let's take a look at the topographical map of the Jeddah Street Circuit. As you can see, a number of challenging corners for the drivers to master here. We'll see just how much the teams have benefited from their time spent in practice this weekend. And like many street circuits, this track has the potential to punish drivers that get it wrong. Let's hope we avoid any safety cars today. Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. Charles Leclerc lines up on pole position and Max Verstappen lines up alongside. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Sainz, Perez, George Russell and Fernando Alonso, Norris, Bottas, Joe and Esteban Ocon, Mick Schumacher, Gasly, Kevin Magnussen and Hamilton, Stroll, Tsunoda, Sebastian Vettel and Alex Albon, Ricciardo, Latifi, Surfer Boy and Richard Verschoor. Now it's almost time for lights out, so let's go down to the track. Anthony Davidson joins me once again in the commentary box, and it's fantastic to have you with us here, but I'm curious, as a man with experience out on the track, how do you stop those pre-race nerves from becoming overwhelming when you're lining up on the grid?
Well, I imagine they'll be starting to feel the adrenaline as they anticipate the rundown into turn one, a bit like preparing to go into battle. The unknown situation will bring nerves, but that's a good thing. It will keep them focused on the moment and on their surroundings as we build towards the start of the Grand Prix.
Welcome to Driving Immersion. Help us out a bit and give us a like and consider subscribing. Up ahead, full race from the cockpit.
Okay, so here we are in Saudi Arabia. And as you can see here, we are starting in P21. Second from last place. Just behind us, in the very corner of my mirror, my teammate. So here is our strategy. The other choice, you can see here, is starting off with the yellows. And you can see there that I will be relatively slow when I start, but my tires will always be in good condition, including near the end. In fact, the red is going to fare a little bit better, but I've never tried this, so sounds like a good plan. If you look at the forecast there, it is going to be a dry race. You may in fact need as much fuel as we can get. We can put some more in the car, but again, weight equals time, so we will be slower. I don't think there's any need to put extra fuel in the car. So, let's go.
Welcome to the Jeddah Grand Prix in Saudi Arabia. 2022 is the second year for the Jeddah Grand Prix. Now the track is a counterclockwise track.
Okay, how was that pull away? You'll have a bit more grip than that on the start, but we need to warm the tyres properly now. Make sure you get some heat into the brakes as well.
So we'll head into turn one and turn two here, which is a chicane complex. And then we will struggle for grip as we accelerate out to the sweeping left-hander, which is turn three. Another left-hander here for turn four, and it will completely blind turn five with sweeps to the right.
Okay, radar is clear, weather is looking good for now.
Turn 6, 7, turn 8, 9, turn 10, and you can definitely ride the curves here. Turn 11, and that was turn 12. So they're very open curves or turns. Turn 13 here. Kind of a keyhole.
Did not spend any time
14 on the right as it sweeps to the right.
During the 3 practice sessions.
15 and 16. And again, we will struggle for grip as we go through 17. And this is going to be a series of very wide turns as they sweep through. turn 26. Last turn of turn 27 will bring us back to the start-finish line. So a lot of the turns are very mild turns.
So we are arriving to our grid position here, and this year we have an option to do it manually. Second race of the season. I have not done it successfully just yet.
So here we go for the red lights. As they go out, we will get going. See a lot of tire smoke in the back. That's usually us, as we have not been able to figure out how to start off.
Want to keep our front wing
Without losing traction. And as we are in the back of the pack, we are going to stay clear just for a little bit as the line of cars kind of clear out. So for the second race of the year, we actually have a pretty good setup for the race. As you can see here, that we are staying with the line of cars, looking back from our teammate's car at the 66. Back on board with the 66. Our teammate ahead, Richard Bashir. So there are 3 DRS zones here. The start-finish straight is one of the zones when you can activate it. And as you can see from the skies, it is an early evening race. And as it is Saudi Arabia, less likelihood of rain. So we do have a clear sky for the race. Now we are into lap 2 as we enter the last turn of the lap. You see here that we have not used our ERS, or our energy recovery system, to try and pass. Again, we are just waiting in the back here for the field to kind of clear the track.
Looks like the McLaren bobbled a little bit, backed up my teammate, almost ran into him.
There we go, we are activating the ERS. See how far we can get to our teammate. the next time that we cross the start-finish line, DRS will be activated, in which case passing will be a lot more viable. Great vantage from the helicopter here, as you can see the street circuit here in Jeddah. We are along the waterfront. And there we are trying to get around our teammate along the main straight here.
Maybe I just don't have enough downforce, and that's why this car is suffering.
Overshoot turn 1 and 2. Now these sweeping left and right certainly have a rhythm, and you're going to have to just formulate your own. But once you get it going here, you can see here that we have a good jump on the McLaren. And we are racing side by side. Still side by side. But they do have a faster car, and we do expect them to get away a little bit.
The jam on the brakes there.
Now in the third DRS zone. We have our rear wing open. Riding in close quarters with everybody's DRS open. You can see here that we will be able to get around the McLaren. Totally off track here. The curbs are
Mate, that brings you up a place.
very forgiving. Up and over the curbs again. Gives us a good run. From the nose of the 66 as we sweep through the turns. Quick dive under Lance Stroll, there was a little bump. Into the third DRS zone along the main straight. And you can see here that Lance Stroll had lost a front wing end on the left, so he will come in for a new wing. Very long time to change the wing. But he's back to racing. Back with the 66 here, we are just behind Alex Albon. 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. As we see to the left, that is 25. On to the DRS zone. We do have our DRS zone audible beep activated. You'll also see that blue light on the steering wheel. The first one indicates that we are in the zone, and the second light indicates that we have activated the rear wing to open.
Wow, what just happened?
Overshot turn 1, and you can see there that Alex Albin got through again.
So one of these Haas are going very slow. Alpine is just giving me a run for my money. Is that a Mazda? No, it's Albin.
Look back from the Williams of Alex Albin. Activates his DRS. So the 66 is able to stay with him. Quick look there, but there's two cars directly ahead of us, so it's not worth trying to make a jump. DRS. You see the speed advantage, but he's also got his open. Overshoot turn 1 again, and over the curb into turn 2.
Yellows are holding up pretty well.
Lap 8, we are in 14th place, so that is definitely positive results. Just 0.6 seconds behind Mick Schumacher in the white Haas, just ahead of us. And ahead of him, Esteban Ocon. We don't have a rival yet, as this is the second race. That will be in upcoming races. As we get by Kevin Magnussen. Again, a very slippery exit out of turn 3. 4, 5, turn 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and again, there is a certain rhythm that you'll have to figure out to get through there, and you can see there that because we were able to activate the ERS system, we got by one car exiting that complex. So it's important to learn that rhythm through there.
Another nudge on the wall.
A lot of close quarters racing here. And as it is a street circuit, there is wall to wall on your left and right. There are a few runoff zones, as it is a modern track. Right under the wing of the AlphaTauri as we get by. I believe that would be Sonoda. Nope, Pierre Gasly. Sonoda is actually in 17th place. Lap 10 now, and we are in 11th place. So, again, very good racing for now.
Red tires are falling off at lap 11.
That is the Alpine and the AlphaTauri coming in. Yellows on Esteban Ocon. There is one of the Haas. So starting off on the yellows is allowing us to take advantage of this clear and open track, as all the cars with the red tires as they started out with are coming in for their first pits to change out. Again, at the beginning of the race, we inverted or reversed our pit strategy. Instead of starting from the red, we are going to start with 2 yellows and finish with a red tire. Again, the yellow tires are the medium tires, the red tires are the soft tires.
Some smooth laps here.
Yes, now that we've got a clear track, it's a good time to put in some good time. Turn 27 down the main straight. We don't have any cars around us, so we cannot take advantage of any DRS. Turn 1.
So I'm only about a second off the fast lap.
Turn 2, turn 3. Lap 12, we are in 9th place.
We are not expecting at all with this setup.
Yeah, through the practice sessions, we thought we had a really poor setup for this track, and we could not come up with a very good time. In fact, that's why we started out in the back. But right now, the setup is paying off. I believe that it's a good match for the yellow tires. and hopefully we'll be able to find more speed with the red tires once we put those on. Again, finally able to enjoy a wide open track here on lap 12. So we have the HUD display
car
open.
ahead starting to create a gap. They're just starting to pull away from us now. Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 14.1 seconds.
And you can see there that the tire wear is now in the mid-20s or mid-24%.
Losing traction.
And gap to the car in front is 4.1 seconds. Approaching the pit window and you're going to be on mediums.
Overshot 4. And just behind us, you can see there is a Mercedes. I believe that is George Russell. And he may have come in to change out of his tires. So you can see there the advantage that we had with starting off with the yellows, but he is definitely faster, and he made up a lot of time when he was on his soft tires at the beginning of the race. Now, as our yellows are starting to fade, his yellows after a couple of laps will warm up and start producing the best grip. So he's got his DRS open, and he definitely just drives by. It is the faster car.
That is Russell. We're going to let him by.
Yes, no need to race with him.
In for his tires already. And that is how bad our yellows are right now with 28% wear.
Lap 15, we are already 1.3 seconds behind George Russell, who just passed us earlier in the lap. But for now, we have a distance behind or in front of the Alfa Romeo. So we do have a clear track, even though you can still see George Russell.
Okay, we're boxing this lap. Give us the best in lap you can.
Still able to stay with George Russell, so our yellows can't be too bad. There we are, looking back from George Russell. You can see that we were not able to take advantage of the DRS zone, and he is able to pull away. Coming into the pits. Always look for the speed marker. Very easy to speed through. So it should be a simple pit stop here.
That stop was slower than we ideally wanted to see. Okay, one stop to go. Just one stop left in this strategy.
There is my teammate.
Don't know how that happened. Maybe he hasn't come in yet. Hopefully that's the case.
So the two cars ahead of us we are racing with. And Pierre Gasly is able to get around our teammate through the turn.
Very dodgy there.
Lap 17, a couple laps after our first pit stop to change out of our first set of yellows. We are riding with Pierre Gasly and the AlphaTauri. Looking back at the two driving immersion cars, Richard Verschure in front of the 66.
There we are.
So he is coming into
Richard's in the pits. Richard is in the pit lane now.
change out of his tires. And that's why he was so slow, is because his tires were worn. Gasly just ahead has mediums on, so he must have come in already to change out. the DRS zones here in Saudi Arabia, even though they are through sweeping turns, are very long. So you're able to gain a lot of momentum and speed. Under the wing of Pierre Gasly, we come around, and it's a race to turn 1. 66 is ahead, we get by.
Very nice. Drive away.
We are now into lap 20, and we are in 12th place, so it's still a positive results. For a long race to go. At this point, we have 5 laps on our second set of yellows. See here that we have quickly gotten away from Pierre Gasly. We are now 2 seconds ahead.
Oh, very slippery through here now. Lost about 0.6 of a second. So we've got a clear track ahead of us.
Now we didn't get to see it, but you can see here that Lando Norris has just come out of the pits with a fresh set of tires.
This is the race ahead of us.
So now as his tires warm up, we are going to be racing with him at least for a little while. He does have the faster car, so we do expect him to drive off at some point. We are within 1 second though, so even it looks like he is quite far away. We are able to activate our DRS, which is going to help us stay with him. Not that time.
Out of rhythm there.
So looking back from Lando Norris, you can see that the 66 is having a hard time trying to keep up. At least struggling to stay on the track. There we are through turn 13. We're going to come through the sweeping curves. 16. And you can see here that it's likely that we may have just a little bit more wing than he does. And it's not a lot, but it may be just a matter of 1 or 2 notches that we have. And it's allowing us to come through here a little bit faster with more grip. Under his wing with our DRS, and we make a pass into turn 1, overshoot it. So Lando Norris is able to keep clear without any collision. Here that with the proximity indicator that he is still staying with us, and when there are 2 pieces of the indicator, that means that he is right on our tail. And there he is. He's able to swing by. Through turn 27. And again, we are coming through a DRS zone. So I should have my DRS open, but not enough room. nudge on the wall. Again, the curbs here at Jeddah are very forgiving. I don't believe there are any sausage curbs. And most of them you can just drive over without any consequence. Down to Main Street with DRS open. We are able to get around, and this time we don't overshoot number 2, or turn 2. So we stay ahead, keep our momentum. Still very close racing with Lando Norris.
Oh, I braked too late.
Whoa, big mistake there. And we are side by side. He does get by. You can see he's just a little bit ahead. We do not have our DRS. He does. So let's stay safe. Oh, a little bump there. Nothing. No damage.
I did bump him, but looks like no damage. I'm gonna have to let him go. Burning up my tires.
Yes, Lando Norris has about 4 or 5 fewer laps on his yellows.
I'll let him pull me for a while, I guess.
So at this point, we're going to try to stay with Lando Norris. We're not going to try to get around unless he makes a critical mistake or perhaps rubs against the wall.
He's got a good pace anyway.
Looking back now at the 66 from under the rear wing of Lando Norris and his McLaren, it seems his yellow tires, his medium tires, are up to temp now, and he is able to keep a distance. Meanwhile, the 66 is not going to race him. They'll need to wear out our tires, as the McLaren is faster. So as long as we can keep up, it should save us a lot of time. Very close there through turns 1 and 2. Turn 4, 5, 6, 7, turn 8, turn 9. Lap 30 now, lap 29, fastest lap of the race. And again, I believe it's due to the fact that we are being towed by Lando Norris here. So it's working out just right for us, allowing us to be in the DRS zone from lap to lap. DRS again.
Front tires are going.
So we do brake early, and we are not going to try to pass him.
Teammate behind is 46.6 seconds.
lap 31, we are right behind Lando Norris, who has now caught up to Valtteri Bottas in the Haas. There we are, looking back from Valtteri, you can see that he gets swamped on left and right. 66 overruns through turn 2. So to the turn 1 and 2 chicane, you can see here that Lando Norris lost out as he was left outside. The 66 did, however, overrun turn 1. He did not get penalized. So we're going to continue on. And his short time racing there with Valtteri Bottas has left him behind a little bit. He is now 1 second behind at this point. Does not have DRS available to him. So hopefully we can get away. Still racing with Bottas behind us.
Stop already. I would think that pit will be lap 35 to 38.
So it appears Lando Norris has gotten by with from Valtteri Bottas.
Caution! Someone's come off ahead of you. There's a yellow flag ahead.
Oh, there's somebody that pulled over on the left.
I believe that was an Alfa Romeo.
Green flag, green flag. We're racing again. Let's go.
So lap 34, we have a clear track ahead of us by 9 seconds. We are racing the 2 cars behind us, but right now they are not close enough to put any pressure or force us into an error. So lap 34, we may have as much as 6 or 8 laps left on this set of tires.
Approaching the pit window now, and you're going to be on hards next time.
Well, that's a mistake. There's no need to go on to the hard tires as we finish the race. Oh! Again, very
Lost my front wing.
Okay, the virtual safety car's been deployed. Slow down
very
and maintain
slippery
a
exit
positive
out of
delta.
turn 3.
An incident resulting in a high level of debris on the track. Be careful.
That's our
My
debris.
wing.
So again, very easy to lose traction as we accelerate out of 3. And that's exactly what happened as our tires have gotten old or worn. And you can see here that we are under the safety car. So the 2 behind me, as I crawl to the pits, they are not allowed to pass me. As long as I keep a certain speed.
There's a new strategy available on the MFD.
And right now I have no front wings, so the front tires don't have a lot of grip. You can see there that they did pass me, and they did it legally just because I cannot keep a minimum speed. So for some reason I have the DRS available to me as I come through here. I still have another half a lap to
be
come
aware,
through.
the grip levels are going to start falling away
Oh no, that was turn 27, so here I come into the pits. So we will come in for a front wing replacement. Very slow.
Your late turn-in meant we had a slower than planned pit stop, I'm afraid. Pit strategy complete.
Back to 14th place. Lost 4 places there. Actually, I was ahead of Lando Norris, so now we are 7 places back. As we were due to come in for a pit stop anyway. We did lose time, but it was not a lot. It was about a half a lap of slower speed. So the little accident was a lot of damage, but again, Could have been worse. So here's our new set of reds, and these are the soft tires. We will use these to finish the race. Hopefully, as the tires provide more grip, we're going to be able to go faster, as the car is also lighter now that we've used up most of the fuel. Again, turn 3 doesn't look like much of a turn, but we are accelerating hard coming out of the 1-2 chicane. And we just happen to disrupt the balance of the car through the exit, and that's why we pointed our nose towards the wall, and we're fortunate that's all we knocked off. So back to racing, you can see that we have Kevin Magnussen just ahead of us as we come into turn 27.
Fastest lap.
You can see here the advantage that we have over the Haas with our fresh set of soft tires. We certainly have much more grip than he does, and we're maybe as much as 1.8 to 2 seconds faster per lap. At least until the reds they start to wear out. Oh, quick spin here. Maybe a little bit too early in accelerator, or we disturbed the balance as we came through the left rights. So fortunately we didn't hit anything, but yeah, you can see here now that we are 11 seconds behind Kevin Magnussen, who is just within 1 or 2 seconds ahead, so we lost 10 seconds on that spin. We do have Yuki Tsunoda right behind us now, pressuring us. And he is driving faster. Very close there. It looks like he has his wing plate knocked off, and he is going to be coming in for a wing replacement. You can see there that the left side was damaged. So tough luck for him. I believe we have sent 2 cars to the pits already for new wings, just through turn 27. We do have damage turned on to full simulation. So we do have the fastest lap again. I believe we lost it for a few laps. but once we put on the set of reds, we regained it. And you can see here that we are still 11 seconds behind Kevin Magnussen, so he was able to keep pace. We did lose time again, fighting with Tsunoda after that spin. Another loss of traction there coming out of 1 and 2. After the first 1 or 2 laps with the set of reds, you always get overconfident and you try to dart them hard. Eventually they will wear out, so you'll have very close situations where you lose grip. So the sky is still pretty light here in Saudi Arabia. You can see there that there are a few clouds, but again, we do not expect rain. Now lap 42 out of 50 with 8 laps to go. I don't expect anybody else to come into the pits. So unless something catastrophic happens here, we should be finishing where we are. Kevin Magnussen is 7 seconds ahead, or 8 seconds ahead. He was formerly 11 seconds, so we are making time on him. I don't know if that's going to be enough time. We do have to gain at least 1 second per lap. Again, short shifting out of turn 27 just to keep traction as we drive through the main straight here, past the start finish line, down through turns 1 and 2.
Car behind starting to drop back. There's a gap beginning to form. Let's make the most of it.
We have lost about a second to Magnussen ahead. And now as we cross the start finish line, looks like we have gained some of it back. Very gingerly through here past turn 3, where we had kissed the wall just a few laps ago and lost our front wing.
Car in front is 7.5 seconds.
Five laps to go now. There's about 25% wear on our soft tires.
Okay, the car behind is dropping back. We're seeing a gap starting to form.
I have driven the soft tires to about 43–45% wear before, so it is doable to finish the race with a confident set of tires. Confident in that they will still provide adequate grip. Well, now we saw through the light box there that there's another one that we are being shown the blue flag, which indicates that a faster car is coming around. And we will have to let him by. I took a quick look back and did not see anyone back there. And when that blue flag comes out, you must always verify who's right behind you. A lot of times there is someone that you're racing with directly that will try to sneak through or get by as you let the faster car go. And you are allowed a certain number of turns before you have to let them by once you are being shown that blue flag. So you need to figure out who to let by. Before you create a violation by not letting them by. Now, it looks like that we may have gotten away a little bit. The light boxes are not indicating blue right now, so we don't have the blue flag. I didn't see anyone back there, so I don't know who to expect. We know that we are racing with Alex Alden, who is behind us a few seconds. So it's not likely that it would be him. So we look back and there's a Red Bull and a Ferrari racing here. That is Max Verstappen and Charles Leclerc on lap 47. They're within half a second of each other. And it would be likely that they are the two that are coming up behind us. But we are looking here and we don't see the 66 just yet. In fact, we don't see the car we're racing with, Alex Albon. So they are further back now at this point. And I believe that's why the blue lights from the light boxes are not indicating a blue flag anymore. I don't know what that smoke was from
Wow, that's 3 seconds.
that we just saw there. Oh, there they are. You can see in the background that there is a yellow nose Red Bull and a red car, red Ferrari, racing with each other. They are behind us. Now, Alex Albon is 9.8 seconds behind, so I don't expect that he will try to come through with them, as he is further back than they are. And now it's just a waiting game to see if they will be able to come through, but there is no blue light coming out of that light box. There's a second Red Bull in tow, so there are 3 cars coming. Sergio Perez being the 3rd car, and they're all within 1 second of each other. Looking back from Max Verstappen's car at the Ferrari of Charles Leclerc as he tries to drive underneath. This looks like turn 13. Nope, turn 27. He's got a good run on him as he's got his DRS open. Timing right now shows Leclerc ahead. And now Max Verstappen. Very, very close racing here at the end of the race amongst the top 3 cars. Looking on from the T-cam of Sergio Perez. Let's see if Charles Leclerc can get through here. He does have his DRS available to him now. Back on board with the 66, lap 48, as we cross the start-finish line here. We are not racing with anyone. We did gain more time on Kevin Magnussen just ahead of us in the Alfa Romeo. However, we're just 2 laps, maybe 1 lap if the front runners come by. There's no chance for us to be able to catch him unless he crashes or makes a terrible mistake. There are the front runners coming in through turn 13. Still racing for every bit of it. Now Charles does have the DRS available to him. I don't believe it's going to be enough. He does not have enough speed even with the DRS open, just by the way it looks.
Yellow flag. Someone's come off ahead of you. There's a yellow flag ahead.
I believe there was a car all the way down there in the corner. Back to green flag racing. Here are the leaders as they cross the start-finish line. which was just right behind us, so we will have to
The car behind's gaining
drive
on you
this one
by
more lap.
5/10 a lap.
And that car behind us is going to be Alex Albin, but he is a few seconds back. As long as we maintain reasonable speed here and don't make any mistakes, we will be finishing in this place. So it could very well be a 12th place finish for the number 66. Second race of the season. Still no points, but again, it's a starter team. So we are close to 10th place. Not too far off. I think we had a very good setup for this race, given the conditions.
Well, 12th place isn't so bad, considering we started out in last place. Had a couple of big spins there. That really affected our position. I'm sure we could have done a top 10, but good job anyway.
Okay, pick up rubber and bring it home.
Driver of the day.
Yes, so we made driver of the day.
They've delivered an outstanding
Second race of the
performance
season,
today, and under
so that's a
intense
positive
pressure
result.
to take a well-earned victory at the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. Tell me, Ant, how do they manage to achieve this win?
I think it was clear what the main contributing factor out on track was: speed. I know it sounds like an awfully reductive statement, but fast cars win races, and we saw that today with our winner.
Here come today's winners. The team at Red Bull have done a phenomenal job recently, and it's clear to see that they've put in the work, and they should be so proud of the victory they secured here.
Thanks for watching if you made it this far, the Jeddah Grand Prix in Saudi Arabia. Let us know what you think of the race. We always drive from the cockpit with simulation damage and no assist for a full race from a full weekend in career mode. Give us a like and consider subscribing for more racing.